What's up, folks? Man, I'm burnt, tired. Yesterday was mentally and physically challenging. Obviously I didn't get a bite, so that's the mental part of it, but the physical part of it was, you know, this is the first day I really got sunburned. Full sunshine. It was like in the 60s. The wind was blowing pretty stiff, and I didn't put sunscreen on. I got it on today, but just woke up. I'm really tired. I got a cup of coffee in my system, so I'm ready to go out there and try to get a bite. It is completely tough. There's 121 boats in the tournament. Only 23 co-anglers weighed in a fish, so almost 100 zeros. And on the boater side, there were like 60 or 70 zeros. I mean, some names, some well-known names did not bring a keeper to the scale, and then a ton of people only caught one fish. So it just shows you how unbelievably tough the lake is fishing because of the shad kill, and obviously the ice on the lake a couple days ago. The conditions are just they're brutal out there. You know, water temps are 37 to 39. It's just a slow bite. So I'm hoping, you know, the good thing is everybody is still in this today. 2 fish is gonna get me to day 3. They're taking 25 boaters and 25 co-anglers to day 3. And I just gotta keep my head down, keep casting. Drew, a good guy today. He fishes here a lot. I'm looking forward to having fun regardless. And I gotta go meet him, so fingers crossed. The goal is just to catch 6 pounds. If I can catch 6 pounds, I'm going to day 3. It sounds so easy to do, but it's not. It's super, super difficult to do. But the only way to catch them is to keep your bait wet and just keep casting and stay focused.
Most of all, I thank you for Jesus and His grace, Lord. I pray a special prayer today that anybody's struggling with something here that don't know which way to go, Lord, to look to you, Lord. Look to you. We just ask you, we just thank you for everything you do. Bless us in Jesus' name.
What's up, folks? Welcome to day 2, Lake of the Ozarks Toyota Series, and we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned grinder. Drew David today. We're gonna go out and have fun, just keep our baits wet. That's really all we can do. It's man, you look at the results, it's unbelievable. Probably the toughest. You think it's probably the toughest tournament
By far.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, all the co's are still in it. We're just a couple fish away from getting it done. So keep our head down, stay positive. That's really all we can do. We're getting ready to take off. We got a couple minutes till blast off. They said the national anthem, morning prayer. Air temps are like mid-30s, and we got beautiful sunshine again. I mean, God's blessed us with another glorious day. He just needs to bless us with a few fish. Water temps are still high 30s. It's supposed to blow today. We got a cold front coming through tomorrow. But these fish have, I mean, they got a bite eventually. I don't know if today's the day, but we're gonna keep casting and keep our head down, keep our baits wet, like we said. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Got you 18, boat number 19.
Good luck.
Got you 19. And boat number 20. Got you 20. Got 21, boat number 22. Got 53, boat number 54.
Good luck, little buddy.
Got
Bye.
54,
Bye, Brad.
55.
Good luck to you.
Boat number 56. Got 56, boat number 57. Got 57, boat number 58. Got you 58, boat number 59. Got you 59 and boat number 60. Got you 60. Boat number 61. Got you 61, boat number 62. Got you 62, boat 63. Got you 63, boat number 64. Got you 64, boat number 65. Got you 65, boat number 66. Got you 66, boat number 67. Got you 66.
Well, you had one fall in it?
Yeah.
Huh. All right, going into day two, I had a little bit of change in mindset, change of plan. First of all, David was really fun. Good chemistry in the boat all day long. We had a blast. We were cutting up right from the beginning. I mean, sometimes you meet people and you feel like you've known them. Well, that's kind of how David is. He's just a warm dude, and he was great to hang out with. But day one, I fished with Jordan. He caught 18.5 pounds, was leading the tournament, and he caught all his fish on an Alabama rig. He kept saying that the fish were on the bottom for the most part, and they were coming up off the bottom. And every time I'd hear that, and I'd pick up a jig and start throwing it around and shake your head, and then he'd catch another one on an A-rig. So I ended up marrying myself to the A-rig, thinking that if I threw it enough that I could snatch up one keeper. That never happened. Going into day two, I had a mental adjustment. I decided I'm throwing a Ned rig like most of the day, unless I see something different. David's up on the front looking at him, throwing the Alabama rig, and he's still saying that a lot of them are on the bottom, which is typical in the winter when the water's really cold. They can suck to the bottom. But he's not getting a lot of bites. He's getting followers. So I just felt like after day one, I needed to make an adjustment. They're on the bottom. I'm going to go super finesse. I'd heard some people in the weigh-ins, some co-anglers, that there were some rumblings that some of the guys had caught some fish on a Ned rig and a jig. And, you know, I thought that would be my best option based on the conditions, to just drag that Ned rig around. So that's what we did. Are they still right on the bottom, or?
Yep.
Oh, I only had a bite. Yeah. It was. It was over so quick though. It's a little tick and I pulled it away from him. Man, it felt good to get a bite. I fished almost 4 hours in practice after I broke out of the ice. Day one of the tournament, I fished the whole tournament, and I cannot for sure say that I got a bite. It was possible I might have had a little bump on that A-rig, but I don't know if it just hit the bottom because I was slow rolling it along the bottom. I might have just hit something a little bit up off the bottom. No bite for sure. So I'm thinking 4 hours in practice, almost 9 hours day one. And then here I am day two, and we're several hours into that tournament, and I finally got a dang bite. It felt so good. I wanted to just tell the whole world, praise the Lord, I got a bite on a Ned rig. But there are fish in the lake that want to bite the 10 horse Monty stuff. I missed the fish, but at that moment, I decided I'm throwing the Ned rig the whole dang tournament. There's a deer right there drinking water. Like a dog. Wow.
Buddy.
Huh.
You don't say hi?
No fear whatsoever. Where's the fish at, deer?
I need to put my flat bill hat on.
There you go. There you go. That's all you gotta do is put that on, you catch them.
Flat bill hat on and get my feeder box.
Mm-hmm. He's made more money off live scope than most people that have it. I'm gonna keep the Ned rig and finesse jig bite honest. Got him? Net?
Very big.
Well, at least you got a bite. Yeah, it is a cool lake. TVA is tricky.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know if it's big or not, but it's a bite.
I don't care, it's a fish.
Yeah, little guy. I broke the freaking drought.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Look at there, folks.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Monster.
jeez. That was 4, 9. It took me like 14 hours to catch that fish.
They are chewing, baby.
Yeah. No rough patch, unfortunately. But it's a bite. Golly. It is awesome for me.
That's what I'm saying. Now
2 bites in like less than 30 minutes.
That's why Austin called me. He threw a blade on his prop.
Oh no.
That's always fun.
Where's he at?
I don't know. He ended up getting something, I guess. So I guess he found one or changed it. He just said he had one. He threw a blade on it. So
Why does that happen?
those skeeters. He's got a Yamaha. I don't know. It happens all the time. I don't know what the deal is with them. Of course, I say that. I've seen Mercury ones do it quite a bit too.
They're pretty fish right now though. Thanks for the net. I couldn't tell how big it was. It's been so long.
I always try to be ready for it, even if not, you know.
Yeah. Need to bring some like 20 grit sandpaper and rough their tongue up when they're that size. Got another one. I think it's a little one though. Yeah, it's a little one. Even littler than last. Got it, thanks.
Come on, man.
Dude, I'm on a roll.
On a heater.
He picked it up and started swimming off with it. Oh, things are turning around. Look out.
On a heater, buddy.
Look out. It's all right, man. I'm just glad to get him. That's not good. There he is. That's a good one. I told you it was a good one.
You gotta put that one on the wall, man.
That's a nice one. Dude, I must have been around something. Oh, man. Positive thinking. Look at that sucker, boy. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah?
He loaded up good. I don't know what happened. He must have been around something.
Around this, baby.
Yeah. We on him now? I got the best guide on the lake, man. He's already put me on 3 fish.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
At least I'm getting my line tight.
All right, don't tell anybody I'm doing this.
Well, I hope you can catch them. I'm doing the same thing. Got another one? Damn. Large rod, largy. Dude, got the school fired up now.
There was like the lightest, smallest little rough patch, you know?
Yeah. Game over. Yeah.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
65.
65. Thank you.
Yesterday's been the same thing as Jordan took.
Exact same thing.
Yeah. We did a
It was no other structure around.
how'd it go, Jordan?
I get that too.
Yeah, too? For what? How much?
For 5 pounds, and I think I'm in second right now. 23.09 total.
Okay. That's
deal.
solid,
I
man.
caught a handful of shorts today,
Yeah.
but how many did I catch today, you think?
You'd had your limit. I think you caught
Couple
7
times.
fish.
Yeah.
Different day, huh?
Different
Than
day.
yesterday?
We could see them just like yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like pop them in the head. They're like jumping on it, and
Yeah.
today not the case.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What do you do? Maybe
Well,
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Good luck,
exactly.
guys.
Jordan,
See
go
you.
get him tomorrow. Knew he was on his big fish spot because he went through it.
Yeah, I think we only fished like 4 or 5 spots yesterday, really. You know, we just
Yeah.
fished the first spot we fished for several hours. Just kind of hung
Did
out
you?
in there. Yeah. Which I don't know if you guys went. I'm sure you
Yeah,
went to some of the
he
same
did the same
spots.
thing.
Okay.
He's only there for about an hour.
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. Thank you. Man, take care.
How'd you do?
Nothing. Yeah. Actually caught some fish today. There's
Did you
just
just
shorts.
no keepers? I didn't even get a bite.
Yeah, that's how it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't get. I caught 3 fish and I had 2 other bites. That was it. And
Were
I
you
was,
able to practice
I was
at all?
happy. Yeah, I practiced for like 4 hours. Never got a bite in practice. I think I figured it up. I think I went like 17 hours without a bite or something.
That's
you
crazy.
know? Isn't it?
Yeah, everybody down here said this is the worst I've seen it. Which sucks for me being the first time I come to this thing. I watch your videos all the time.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah,
There's hammering it.
I have a pretty good one from yesterday because I fished with Jordan, the guy that's leading, or was leading yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So you get to see, you know,
How
what
long
he
did
was
it take
doing.
you to edit that out?
Probably 6 hours.
Well, it's good seeing you.
All right, you too. Sorry, I ended up talking to people. I'll walk up there with you and get the footage of this big giant hoss.
Walk up there. What's that, man? Like I said, I mean, I really will. I don't know.
Hey, man, you never know.
You just
You
don't
know? You never know.
So dumb. That'd be so dumb.
We fish tournaments on a lake that's got a 14, 18-inch slot, and there's been times when I threw like an 11-incher back because I didn't want to take it up there, and I end up, you know, missing a check by 2 ounces.
Hang in there, little buddy. It's just a little longer. Oh, he's a big one.
Hey, I'd love to have that one.
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Good job. You worked hard for that fish.
I worked hard. We did work hard. Gonna head home.
I'm gonna stay a night, head home in the morning. Greg's coming down, and he wants to go fishing tomorrow, but I don't want no more of this.
This is terrible.
I'm gonna go home and probably go to Southern Illinois and catch some fish in the grass.
I just can't believe, like, usually you catch some, even short. Don't get short.
I know.
They're literally glued to the bottom. For the most part.
Yeah, they're negative.
What's going on, buddy?
How'd it go?
Oh, great, 10 pounds. You're better than a lot of people. Anything?
No.
How about you?
I'm not surprised.
What-
I mean, everybody.
How'd you do?
I got 2 little tiny
Okay.
ones.
Yeah. Well, you're going tomorrow then, right?
I hope not.
I know how he feels. I feel just like him.
Yeah. It's my boater caught a spot like right here in the last minute. He's gonna weigh it in just for points.
David Brand, Missouri Pro, 2 pounds in and out yesterday. Got one more
Tough,
today.
dude.
Hey, get off for me, David. We'll see. We'll see. Got your spotted bass in there. Seen a lot of spotted bass saved of the day for some people today, man. One spotted bass today weighs £1.7. Got your 2-day
Wow.
total of 3.8.
I'm surprised it weighed that
Thank
much.
you, David. We'll see you at Kentucky Lake here in a few weeks.
No, that was ridiculous. I did catch 3 fish today though, and I had 2 other bites, so 300% better than the day before.
What'd you catch 'em
Ned
on?
rig. No, Ned rig.
Oh, Ned rig.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when I have to go to the Ned rig.
This dude pulls in.
And like Brad's in the top 5, and he's got about 3 for 10.
Yeah. What do you have yesterday?
I don't know, 13, 14.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
dude,
tough.
There he is. That toad.
Can you see it? I don't really want to take it out right now.
No.
Nice.
Take it out. Let's see it. Whip it out.
Show it to the camera.
It's bigger than you, bro.
Oh, put that back.
Oh my God.
Wow, nice. Good work, man.
You're my idol. God. What a guy.
Good work. All right, folks, that is a wrap. Day 2, Toyota Series, Lake of the Ozarks. 0, man, back-to-back 0. So I got those out of the way. That's how I started off last year, and I ended up winning a boat in the final derby. So, no, I had fun, man. It was not from lack of effort. I mean, we jumped around, fished a lot of different spots, and it's just the way it is, man. Lake's fishing ridiculously tough right now. You can tell by the weights. It's no surprise. Some of the best sticks on this lake struggled, and it's going to turn around. There's just a lot of variables that are making it fish really, really tough. But no complaints, man. Just it is what it is. It's fishing. Sometimes it's just fishing, not catching. But I did break. I broke my streak. I think I went like 17 hours without getting a bite. And this man right here, this is the best guide on Lake of the Ozarks right here. He put me on 3 fish today, and I had a couple bites. So
That's right, man. That's
what's
right.
your thoughts about this whole weekend? And give me a little recap.
I mean, I'm excited that I honestly caught my first Ned rig fish in my life.
And I got it on video, and
it's
I
on-
witnessed it.
I mean, I've also never weighed in one spot. So, yeah, and I'm glad it's on film.
Yeah, and there's things that happen in life where you look back and you're like, You know, I remember the first Ned rig fish, and you remember the guy you caught it with, so I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
We'll always have this recorded. It'll always be documented. It happened. So why do you think it's so tough out here right now? What's your breakdown of
It has to be the shad kill.
Shad kill?
I mean, literally I could be wrong, but they are literally glued to the bottom. And, I mean, literally when this tournament was going to happen, it was a matter of, like, I had it circled. I'm like, here we go, you know. I mean, I put in 100 brush piles over the summer, different good spots, fishing in the right areas, doing the right stuff, and it just sucks.
Yeah. So you're seeing fish in a lot of the areas, but like you said, they're just glued to the bottom, and they're just
either glued to the bottom, or you know, they'll come up and look at a jerk bait. It's just a timing thing too. I mean, you go through so many, and you got to find the right one that's ready to butt, you know, because every once in a while I want to scream up out of nowhere, ready to eat. Then most of them are just like, whatever. I got shad just falling on me whenever I want them.
Yeah, so, right, exactly. And he missed at least a 7-pounder right at the end of the day.
It might have been an 8. But
might have been an 8. It's somewhere between 7 and 8. What's up, brother? So, but anyway, man, we had fun. We did what we can do. You ran around, jumped, hit a bunch of different spots, and
my back hurts.
Back hurts. I'm sore. I'm ready to go eat some Mexican food and relax and head back to the house in the morning. So give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's tournament fishing, man.
You gotta prescribe.
Subscribe.
Prescribe. That's what my daughter used to
prescribe. Yeah.
She wanted to be a YouTuber, and she said, you gotta prescribe.
You gotta prescribe. That's like sketty. I used to eat sketty. Yeah. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Till next time. That was obviously the toughest tournament that I had ever fished, and I talked to many people and they had the same take on that derby. It was ridiculous. But I wanted to read something that Mike Mueller posted on Facebook. Mike's been in the game for a long time, very successful co-angler, and he did some stats. He posted some stats on his Facebook page, and I thought they were very interesting. They're kind of a telltale of how difficult this tournament was. So I'm just going to read this verbatim. Mike, hope you don't have a problem with that. But I thought the way you broke this down was top notch. So I wanted to share it with the folks that are watching this video. I'm just going to read it straight up. Here are the brutal stats from the last 2 days of the Toyota Series opener at Lake of the Ozarks. Pros, day 1, 53 blanks. So that was 44% of the field blanked. Pros on day 2, 59 blanks, 49% of the field. Pros zeroed both days, 43. So 36% of the field zeroed both days. On the coast side, day 1, 99 blanks. So 82% of the field zeroed. Coast day 2, 93 blanks, 77% of the field. Coast zeros on both days, 81. So 69% of the field zeroed on both days, including myself. Total zeros on day 1, 152 out of 242, so 63%. Total zeros on day 2, 152 out of 242, 63%. That's across the board. And I'll just read you a little excerpt from what he said. He said he fell into the vast majority who did not catch a fish. Day 1 drew out a local who lives on the lake, and neither of us got a bite. So same thing as me on day 1. Both of those folks didn't get a bite. Yeah, and there was a lot of people that said the same thing. He drew Drew Gill, who most would say is one of the best life scopers on the planet. I would agree with that. And Drew's from Illinois. He had a great day, but again, never caught a fish. Drew had, again, never caught a fish. Drew had a pretty solid day until he came across a school that was feeding. So Mike didn't catch a fish on day 2, but Drew did. And Drew only had, I think, one or two fish on day 1. So that just shows you how difficult it is. He came across a school that was feeding around 1 p.m. He caught his limit very quickly. So, Mike was the net man for sure. On the coast side, and the coast side, a total of 40 out of 121 anglers weighed in a fish this week. And it only took 3 pounds and 4 ounces to make the final day cut. So 3 pounds, 4 ounces for 2 days on the coast side to make the day 3. That's just insane. I was thinking, I I was thinking like 20 pounds for sure. They take 25, so I was shooting a little bit high, but man, I was thinking like 12 to 14 pounds, even though it was really, really tough for 2 days. It would take that to make that cut. I was way, way off. Also said it was a record low in the Toyota Series, with 23 of those 40 only caught one fish all week. On the boater side, it took an average of less than 7 pounds a day to make the top 25 cut. Extremely brutal way to start 25 season. So he's in the same boat as me, but just those numbers are unbelievable. It just goes to show how difficult that tournament was. And you know, there's a couple conditions I think played the role. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you had a major shad kill. You know, I saw that when I was in practice. When I went and practiced for a few hours, there were shad floating everywhere. On the main river, you pull into any cove, it didn't matter. There were shad floating around. Anywhere from 3 inches to like 5 to 8 inches. The most of them that I saw were a little bit bigger shad. So you had the shad kill, which anybody that's fished a shad kill knows that it can be pretty tough because the fish are sitting there. They're already lethargic. You know, a lot of times they're only feeding once a day. They have really small feeding windows. So it's definitely a timing thing. But they don't really have to work for the food. The food is wounded. It's kind of like you got a pride of lions and there's some sick gazelles or some sick wildebeest or whatever it is that they feed on out in the wild. They don't have to really chase those animals down. They just kind of ease in there and do their thing. Their prey can't escape. That was going on, but it was all over the lake. So the fish weren't having to really fight and swim and compete for food. It was just everywhere. And then you're throwing this jerkbait or this A-rig or this jighead minnow or this little baby swim bait, whatever it is that you're throwing, and you're trying to convince those fish that are probably only feeding twice a day for a short period of time. They're surrounded by a plethora of the real thing, and they're in a negative to neutral mindset. So it becomes pretty difficult, and that's one of the reasons why you saw most people struggle. One of the other things is there was ice on the lake. I remember day one fishing with Jordan, a spot where he caught several of his bigger fish had been completely iced over in practice. He wasn't even able to get into that bay because it had ice over it, and it had just thawed like a day or two earlier. So that was a majority of the lake. Just about any pocket was frozen up. So you've got those kind of conditions. The third factor is the actual water temperatures. Obviously, coming off of an ice melt, the water's going to be pretty cold. And we saw temperatures that were 36 to maybe 39. That's pretty cold. There's something about when that water's in the 30s, it can be really, really difficult. The fish are super lethargic. It's hard to get them to react. They're just moving a lot slower. When it gets up in the low 40s, you get a little bit better bite window. The fish seem to cooperate a little bit better. And those factors combined together with a lot of people out there practicing too. So you got negative minded fish, and then you have a lot of these anglers practicing for multiple days before the tournament. And I talked to some local sticks, you know, they said that the lake was fishing really, really small. So you got a lot of anglers going through a lot of the same areas. One co-angler I talked to, his boater was trying to get on the spot that I was fishing with Jordan on day one like 3 or 4 times. So if he was doing it, he's not the only one. So that means if you stay in a spot for a couple hours and then you leave, somebody else is coming in, and that person leaves, somebody else is coming in. So that spot gets hammered. Those fish are seeing a lot of baits multiple times throughout the days. They're getting a lot of transducer pinging. There's a lot of like pressure from the actual boats floating over and around them. And then the other negative contributing factors. So that all together created one of the most trying, brutal, difficult tournaments I believe that Lake of the Ozarks has seen. And that's my wrap on the video. I kept the Ned rig in my hand. You know, I caught some fish. Just couldn't get anything to bump. I was just praying for a couple spots. I mean, it's crazy that that opportunity is right there. I literally had to catch 2 15.5-inch largemouth to make that day 3. It's very, very rare that you get that opportunity. And unfortunately, if you don't catch a fish in the Toyota Series, you don't get any show up points. There's no consolation ribbons or anything like that. So 0 points. I got 0 points. So if I was to, if my goal was to fish the Toyota Championship, which I thought about it a little bit, I'm gonna fish the Kentucky Lake Toyota Series, but I don't know that I'll fish the 3rd one. But if a person was going into that first tournament with the mindset of qualify for the championship and they zeroed, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be very, very difficult to make up those points, because it's just, you're starting, basically you have 2 tournaments to make up those points, where everybody else that caught fish on that first one has 3 tournaments. Now, they could zero, but it's highly unlikely, because you're getting into more favorable conditions where if you fish 2 days, you're at least going to weigh in 1 keeper and you're going to get you some show up points and get you some very valuable points toward the Toyota Championship. But I'm fishing the All-American, so the highest finisher in my region does get an opportunity to fish the Toyota Championship. So that's what we're shooting for on that end. But that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I got several more videos coming down the pipe. We got some BFLs coming up and another Toyota coming up, and then I'll be doing my normal videos in between all of that stuff. And we're doing live streams on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, trying to keep that going. It's been a little bit hit and miss because the schedule has been very, very busy. So appreciate everybody watching and supporting the channel. Subscribe if you have not. Until next time.